Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Safitri Ramadani. My student registration number is 005110623. And this video is about my lessons from how to improve English speaking and how to become a confident and fluent English speaker by Marvin Alice. And then this video is my assignment of our lecture Drs.H.Masyhur.M.Ed.
Why improve your English fluency? By understood clearly. Basically, when you speak well, people will be able to understand you better and clearly. When you speak very fast, then people will not understand a single word that you say. Also, if you speak well, people will have better understanding of the message that you want to impose. Being a pleasure to listen to. Isn't it good to know that people enjoy listening to the thing that you are talking about? Keep in mind the effective communication also depends on whether the audience is listening to you or not. People will not listen to you if they don't enjoy the experience of listening to you. You will most likely develop that confidence whenever you have to speak in front of other people. If you develop a good speaking skill, that you will develop confidence as well. Speaking well guarantees that you will not fail because you're prepared to do so and you know what you're doing. Your brain energy is boosted because a language is one complex system that includes grammar, vocabulary, as well as different rules and structure. Your brain has to retrain itself to think. It has to absorb and assimilate all of it. As a result, your brain starts working more intensively, and your cognitive thinking, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills begin to evolve. When speaking English, one always has to choose appropriate wording and process to express themselves in a meaningful way. Your memory is enhanced. The more you use your brain, it's better it will serve you. Improving your fluency doesn't just involve being able to use different structures, rules, words, and sentences. It also involves remembering how to use all of aforementioned things. That is why people who master multiple languages usually recall names, direction, and places better than people who master only their native. Your mother language improves. We hardly ever think before we utter the word or phrases in our mother tongue. We use the grammatical structure in the vocabulary that we built up over years, and we do so automatically. However, when learning a foreign language, we start comparing it with the one we already know. As a result, we start paying more attention to grammar, vocabulary, punctuation, and structure of our native language. You become good at other subjects too. Learning a new language helps improve your performance in other subjects too. Different studies suggest that multilingual people get high score in the various standardized tests, as well as listening and comparison exercises compared to monolingual people. You get better career opportunities. Employees like employees who can communicate properly. For you, this means you will have the greater number of the career opportunities. The majority of employers think that fluent employees add value to the workplace and that their skills are vital for an organization or a company. Being able to convey authority. When you speak with a steadier voice, with impious authority, people will turn take you seriously, thinking that you have an authority over them. Moreover, when you're the leader in your school or in your work, your people will then believe that you have authority over them because you speak authoritatively. Being able to entertain people. Speaking well can eventually entertain your audience and sustain their interest in your speech. Always keep in mind that entertaining your audience is one of your aim. Being able to build a rapport. In the communication, it's very important that you keep connect with your audience. Always keep in mind that you important that you know your audience and you build a rapport with them. Good speaking skill will in turn engage your audience to listen to you. Part 1. What is fluency? Sometimes when people talk about fluency, they just mean speaking a language well. For some people, speaking English fluently just means having a general level of English. However, fluency is more specific than that. Fluency means you can speak smoothly without stopping or hesitating. There are two sides to fluency. One side is physical. Your mouth needs to produce and connect English sounds and words in a fast, smooth way. The other side, the fluency is mental. Your brain needs to find the right words and build English sentence quickly and smoothly. To improve your fluency, you need to work on both sides, physical and mental. Part 2. Rule number 1. Get out there. There are many things you can do to improve your English fluency. However, if you want to become more fluent, there's really one thing you have to do. Get out there and speak English. Talk to people and have conversation regularly. Nothing else you can do is as important as this. Reading English will improve your reading. Practicing listening will improve your listening. But what about speaking? Nothing will help your speaking except speaking. Speaking English is practical skill. It's not an academic subject. It's not something you can learn from a book. It's more like doing a sport or playing a musical instrument. You need to practice regularly to make any progress. How regularly? As often as you can. There is maximum, but I would recommend that you need to spend at least 2 until 3 hours a week speaking English if you want to improve. So how can you do this? To go to classes, talk to expand in your city, join groups or activities with English speaker, find a conversation partner online, do language exchange. There are many possibilities. By the way, what you do does have the language focus. You can go to English classes to practice your speaking. But anything you do which is English and which will make you speak English, it just as good. I'm going to take a class here about what many of you are thinking right now. But I don't have people to talk to. But I'm say, but it's too difficult. Yes, it's not true. Let's talk about that quickly.